Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if this is the first video of mine you are seeing, then welcome. So right behind me here on my dresser I have just everything. Yes, everything is drugstore makeup. I thought it'd be cute to do this really simple, again, another sparkly look. I really do love those. Kind of more winter leaning inspired look. And I have the perfect little palette. It is technically a highlighter quad, but it is going to be perfect for that eye look. But I just figured I'd do the whole face with you here on camera instead of just doing an eyeshadow tutorial. So I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to get started. So the only thing I have on my face is just my skincare and sunscreen and all of that. I'm not even wearing primer today. And the first product I'm going to start with is from Versed. This is their Skin Solution Multi-Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. And mine is in the shade 2N. I know that Versed is a little bit more on the pricier side for drugstore makeup, but you can buy this at Target, so that's why I wanted to include it as well in this video. And I really love this foundation. It is so beautiful on the skin. You don't need a lot of it unless you're just wanting a lot of coverage. But for me, just a little bit is more than enough. And then I'm just going to take my sponge and we're going to just blend that out. I thought it would be fun just to do a more wintry inspired look, but just kind of keeping it my signature style, like, which is very, very soft. And of course, I've just been really loving the sparkles lately. I think it's because of those Patrick Ta duos that I've been wearing so much that I just want all the sparkle. And I just think it looks so beautiful on the skin. Of course, it is kind of a little bit more on the glowy side anyway, but over the top of all that glowy skincare, it definitely is. And then I'm going to be taking, also from Versed, this is their Skin Solution Serum Concealer, and this one is in the shade 2N. I'm going to use this one as eyeshadow prep, and for my under eyes, of course, I'm just going to take a little, well, okay, that was probably way too much, but if I have to, I will place some of it on my under eye area. I really like Versed products. I think they're super, super nice. I feel like it's been a while since I've worn their foundation and concealer. Maybe not, but I feel like it has been. But I was just going through my collection just to pull out all kinds of products. But I wanted to keep it more affordable because I know in the video that went up this past Monday, that was a lot more of high-end makeup. Like with me talking about the eyeshadows I would keep and stuff from my collection, if I could only keep so many of them. And pretty much all of them, except for at the very end of that video, I discussed 2 drugstore options, but the majority was high-end. So I figured it'd be nice just to do an all drugstore video. And just take you along with me through all of the steps. Because the eye look is just going to be very, very simple, very straightforward. Okay, just blend that out under the eyes as well. I'm not sure if Versed has a powder, but if they do, I would love to try it. If it's more of like a loose powder, because I find myself liking those for my face more so than I do the press. Now, I like a pressed powder when I'm placing it over my eyes, but with all of the rest of my face, I prefer a loose setting powder. I don't know why. I just think it looks a little bit better on my skin. I'm just tapping that in and everything looks really good. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder. This one is in the translucent. We're first going to start by setting my under eyes and my lids first. And then I'll use a little bit more of a fluffier brush to do the rest of the face. This brush is from Rare Beauty. This is their concealer brush. I'm not sure if I mentioned that at all. I know it's not drugstore. I'm sorry about that. But I do really love this brush. It's really good for doing stuff like this. If you want a really good, affordable loose setting powder, this one from Wet n Wild is amazing. I never have any issues with it. It sets beautifully. It does more so mattify, so if you're not into that kind of look, you probably wouldn't like it, but it's such a good powder. Let's go ahead and set the under eye and of course that lid. And then I'm going to take my more fluffier brush. We'll do the rest of the face. And that is this brush here. This is the powder brush from Rare Beauty. I'm just going to start tapping that around. Powder's going everywhere. Now you saw how glowy my face was. Now see how much it tones down? It definitely just sets everything. Okay, now that I've done like all of my complexion steps and everything, of course I can put my unicorn earrings in. I'm going to go ahead and put some lip prep on. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Balm, and this one is in Strawberry Milk. Pretty little pink tube, and I love the way this one smells. It smells so nice. I really want the new ones they have, because the new ones have shimmer in them, and they're so pretty. I saw them on Instagram. Because I think you can actually buy them, well, of course individually, but I think you can buy them in a set. Tell me why I'm so tempted to buy the set, because I love that they have shimmer in them, that pretty sparkle. I don't know what it is with me and the sparkle lately. I have no idea where that come from. I guess it did come from the Patrick Ta duos, but also from these little palettes here. I have the Wet n Wild. Now this one is the Kuromi palette. This is the highlighter quad. First and foremost, look how absolutely darling she is, and then we have these beautiful shades here on the inside, and I definitely want to be using the blue and this more white silver leaning shade. But these are another reason why I've just been into the sparkle, because these are filled with sparkle. I've used them on the face, I've used them on the eyes before. I have the My Melody version like this too, but I definitely wanted to go in with this one for a beautiful, more wintry inspired look. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into this more blue shade right here. I'm going to pick that up on my finger. I don't know, I guess I could put something down on the lid, but honestly, should I do that? I don't know if I should. I guess I should. Okay, let me grab a palette right quick. Okay, I don't have the Kuromi eyeshadow palette, but I do have the My Melody one, so let's just take a shade in here just to add a little something to my lid first. Okay, you know what? We're going to go in with, make sure I have the right shades, this shade and this shade. Just mix them back and forth. Picking up mostly this lighter one because I really want to keep this soft. I want these more sparkly shades to show up, but I do feel like I want something on the lid. Let me see, I might have picked up too much of the lighter shade. I just don't want like it to be too pink. I could have used literally any neutral palette, but this was sitting right there, right over there in front of me, so I figured, well, why not? Just add a little something to the lid. Oh, and this is a Sigma E54. It just adds just a touch of something. Those are really pretty mixed. I might have to wear those again on their own with some kind of pretty little pink sparkle over the top, or some light shimmer. That would be really pretty. I love how soft and just delicate that is. It's perfect. It just has a slight pinkiness to it, but it's not overboard, so I don't feel like it's going to clash with the shimmers that I'm going to put over the top. Yeah, I really like that. I love the way that looks. It's super soft, and then I would take like a pretty little, maybe even in this little Kuromi palette, just this shade all over the lid, or this shade right here. That would be really pretty too. Now I'm going to mix those two shades again, and we're going to take that on the lower lash line. While I'm here, might as well. Yeah, I really love that. I like those two mixed together. I'm hoping it won't interfere too much with what I'm going to place over the top. I don't think it would. I'm just going to take this Rare Beauty brush and just kind of go back over that just a little bit, just to soften it even further. You don't have to do this. I'm just making sure everything's blended, going back over it. Okay, now we can go into the little Kuromi palette, and I am going to first start out with this pretty blue shade. You could take this probably on your brush as well. I'm going to try to take it on my finger to get a little bit more pigment. It might not work the way I'm wanting it to. It might be a little too sheer for the look I was thinking of in my head, but we're going to try it. And I'm going to place that right out here on the outer half of that lid. It might be a little too sheer for the look I had in mind, but I'm going to try it. And I'm going to get sparkle all over my face, but it's completely okay. You can definitely see it. It's very subtle, of course, because, I mean, it is a highlighter. It's not like a full-on pigmented shimmer. Let me try picking it up with that brush. I just want to see what that does. I just kind of lightly tap it. You probably could spray your brush. I don't know if that would work or not, or if that would kind of mess it up since it is so sparkly. I don't know if it's really doing what I wanted it to do. It's very pretty. It's just not as blue. And maybe I did mess up by putting that more pink underneath. It's not really doing what I wanted it to do, but it's still very pretty. It's just not very blue. You know what? I'm going to try picking it up on the brush again and then spraying my brush with some setting spray. I'm not saying that's going to help. That might honestly make things worse, but we're going to try it. Okay, and then press that onto the lid. Yeah, maybe I messed it up by putting the pink underneath. But I thought, yeah, that's not working. Sometimes makeup doesn't go the way you think it would, but that's okay. You might end up liking the finished result better. Do you know what? Let me just kind of finish tapping this in over here. I mean, you can see it. It's very pretty. I just don't know if it's doing exactly what I was wanting it to do. But I mean, I don't know what I expected. It's not like a full-on shimmer. It is a highlighter. And maybe I did mess it up by putting the pink underneath. I guess I should have just left it bare, but I feel like I needed something. It's still pretty though. And in person, those pretty sparkles in it are so stunning. By the way, I am unsure if you can even use these on your eyes. I don't know if it even says so on the back, so definitely do so at your own risk with these because I'm not sure if you can even use them on your eyes. I've just been using them that way, but I mean, like I said, do so at your own risk. I'm going to be going into this more white pearly shade here at the front. Now you see how that one looks? That's what I was hoping the purple would be. That purple is not, I mean not purple, blue. That blue is not showing up full on blue the way this shade is showing up really pearly. Maybe I messed up by putting the pink underneath. I guess maybe that was part of it, but I don't know. I think that other shade is just sheer anyway. What if I added the purple over the top? But you know what? Let me go ahead and put the more pearly shade on the other side. Okay, well, you know what? Let's try going into the purple shade right there. I'm going to take that also on my finger. We can just switch up the look and just try it. I'm just trying out some things now just to see what we can do. That's pretty. And you know what? I have a pretty, you see this sweater here with these little things? I have this sweater also in a pretty like lavender or lilac kind of shade. That would be really pretty. We might have to change into the purple one. It's very pretty. Now that the purple's added, I think the blue is just a little bit too sheer for the look I was thinking in my head. See, I had this really pretty idea that you were going to be able to see the blue enough and then add that pretty little white pearl and it would look like snow. But, or sparkly snow or something like that. I don't know. It didn't really work out that way, but you know what? I do like the purple over it. I think the purple is pretty. I have sparkle everywhere. And it's just going to be on my face now. It's just going to live there. Because even doing the brush, it just stays on your face, but that's okay. Sparkles everywhere. Yeah, I like this much better. It's really pretty. It's like a soft purple. The blue did not work the way I wanted it to, but I like the purple. I think, where is that purple sweater? I might have to change sweaters. I mean, this one still, I have glitter all over myself, all over me. I mean, the blue, I guess, still technically works with this, but, you know. Okay, for mascara, I don't have any drugstore mascara, not currently. So let me just grab whichever one I'm seeing over there and apply that, and I'll be right back. So I changed into the pretty little purple sweater this time, just to match this eye look, because I think it is really, really pretty. I'm not sure how it's going to come across on camera, but in person it matches this sweater perfectly. It's very pretty. I mean, it didn't work the way I initially wanted it to, but you know what? Hey. Sometimes makeup doesn't always work out the way we want it to, but maybe you discover something that is equally just as pretty. So for bronzer, I'm going to be wearing the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Buttercup. I feel like it's been a while since I've used this one, and this is an amazing, amazing bronzer. And I'm going to take that on that same powder brush from Rare Beauty. I'm just going to tap once. These products from NYX are extremely pigmented. The more so the blushes, I feel like the bronzer you can kind of manage a little bit more. Those blushes, I feel like every time I use one, I go overboard. Yeah, I just dipped once, so it might be really soft and light, but I kind of want to keep this makeup on the softer side, considering that the eye look is definitely pastel. I have sparkles like right in here. They're everywhere, and all I could think about is I have to go pay car taxes today. Those people are probably going to be thinking, you need to sweep up all this glitter. See, that is enough. I don't want to go overboard with it. I feel like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it even on camera. In person, it's there. It's just very, very subtle because I don't want too much, especially for a look like this. I think it needs to be a little more softer, and I'd rather go a little bit more with the blush. Now, initially, I had two blushes here. I had the Wet n Wild and SpongeBob blush. This is the Underwater Wonder blush in Rockstar. And then I also had the ColourPop. This is when they had that Animal Crossing collab, and this one's in the shade Flower Power. Honestly, I think either of these would work, but I think I might go for this one because I think the tone will be absolutely stunning. My ring light is probably really washing out the purpley tint in that, but I think this one would be better than this. Or did I say what shade this was? This was the shade Flower Power, and it does have sparkle in it. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Oh yeah, I think you can clearly see that sparkle. It's so pretty. So I'm going to take a soft pinch blush brush from Rare Beauty. I just dipped into that a little bit, and we're going to see first. It's been a while since I've worn this blush, and I don't want to go overboard. Okay, I picked up a lot more because it looks like it's a little bit more on the sheer side, at least with this particular brush. So I can go back in a little bit more. Yeah, I can see it much better. That's pretty. I believe my ring light is washing out the eyeshadow. I don't think you can see the purpliness to the eyeshadow. I mean, maybe you can. I hope you can. I won't know for sure until I'm going back and editing this, but the blush is really pretty with it. And I'm sorry that this blush isn't available anymore, so I'm sorry to be using it, but I was just trying to go through my collection and just create a look with products I already owned. That's really pretty. But now I know I can kind of, at least with this particular brush, I can go a little bit more heavy-handed because it's so soft. Now, I feel like if you went in with a different type of brush, you could probably build the pigment up a lot quicker, but this is enough. See, this has sparkle in it too, so it's mixing with the sparkle that was already on my face, which is really, really pretty. There was a video a while back where I even said, do I have a sparkly blush? And I absolutely do. This blush has sparkle in it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm going to take the Versed Easy Brow Tinted Brow Gel, and this one is in the shade Black Brown. I'm going to go ahead and do that right quick. Should have done that off camera, honestly. I didn't really think about it, but I could have done that. I didn't have to do that on camera, but I do really like this tinted brow gel. It's really, really nice. I've really been loving a tinted brow gel. Now, the one I have been using is the one from Billion Dollar Beauty, but I do like this one as well. Just an easy thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't even feel like I need pencils anymore in my collection, like brow pencils. I still kind of want one, like to have the option. But I really want to try more tinted brow gels in the future. Not right now, because I do have this one and the Billion Dollar Beauty one, but I would like to try more in the future. Okay, so that was pretty straightforward. I might need to go in with a little more powder in the T-zone area. Just a touch more of this Wet n Wild powder. Just to add that right in here. Yeah, this look is really, really pretty. I'm glad that it did ultimately turn out, because I didn't know at first. I was kind of concerned that it wasn't going to go, you know, the way I wanted it to at all. I figured I'd have to take it off and start over, which I didn't. I mean, I can definitely do that. I have enough time because I woke up really, really early today, so I would have had time to do that, but I didn't want to do that. If I can salvage a look, I'd rather do that than take everything off. Now, as far as the lips, I had, if I can grab it without it falling, I had this gloss from ColourPop. This is one of their Luxe lip oils in Team Jacobs from the Twilight collab. I don't know. I was more so going by, I know it's like cool tone, and I said, well, maybe it would look really good with this, but then I don't know if it's a bit too much, or if I should just go back in with the strawberry milk. You know what? Why don't we just try it? We're just having fun. Let's just try it. If it doesn't work out, hey, I can blot it right off. I have a tissue sitting right there. Gonna wipe that lip balm off a little bit. I mean, it kind of changes the vibe, doesn't it? It's beautiful. I feel like it made this look a little bit more, I don't know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm trying to say in my head, but it's not coming. I just don't, blot that off. I mean, it's very pretty. My lips are covered in sparkle. I think it's just with this eye look, I don't know if it was the right match. But we tried it out. But you know what? We're going to go back into that strawberry milk lip balm. I really like these from ColourPop. I'd like to try the ones with the shimmer like I've already mentioned because that just looks right up my alley. Okay, but here's this completed look. I don't know if you'll be able, can you see the pretty purple? I won't know till I'm editing this back to see if you can actually see it. It's very, very pretty in person. It's so soft, and it's just like the most subtle lilac-y kind of shade on the eyes, and it goes really well with this sweater and the blush and everything. I really love that blush. Now, like I said, I think with the blush, probably could have made that even more pigmented with a different kind of brush, but I like it like this. You know, this look didn't turn out the way I had originally planned, but I ended up really liking the finished look. I love that I have a sweater that matched it. But I do hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you will please consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribing if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the bell icon so you are alerted to all my future uploads. Follow me on Instagram at jessicadeerly, and all of these products will be listed and linked for you below. They are affiliate links, so if you click through and purchase, I do earn a small commission, and if you choose to do so, thank you so much for supporting me and my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!